Hello, good morning. Welcome to Birds Nest Designs. My name is Denise Cox, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Trail, British Columbia, Canada. And today is Friday, March 29th, 2024. And I am here to do Fancy Fold Friday with you. So every week I come live at 10 a.m. Pacific time on Fridays to do a fancy fold with you. And so today we've got a really fun, I'm calling it a center easel fold. I don't really know what it's called, but we're going to go with that. So say hello when you jump on. I see there's a few of you here watching already. Let me know where you're watching from. I love to know who I'm stamping with. So many of you may know, hello, Margaret, that Stampin' Up's Last Chance list has been released. So lots of our beloved products from the annual and mini catalogs are both being retired. And there's so many on this list that I love. So I had a really hard time deciding what to use today, but I landed on the Darling Details bundle. So we're going to use this one today. Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome, Angelique and Jody and Kathy, Tina, Judy. Hello, hello. Again, my Facebook is being goofy. It's just telling me Facebook user, but I'm wondering if it's Tanya over there. Hello. So if you're watching on Facebook, just type your name in the comments because it's not showing me who's watching. So welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Easter weekend. I hope you guys have some fun things planned. We have a family dinner at my mom's house Monday evening. So I'm looking forward to that. Hi, TJ. Welcome. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going to use Darling Details. This fabulous bundle is retiring from the annual catalog. It is so super pretty. And when I checked right before I came live this morning, it is still available. So get excited about that. We're also going to pair it with some Lighter Than Air Designer Series paper. That's the 6x6 pack that's in the mini catalog, also retiring. I've pulled in some scallop contours dies because those are one of my very favorites. And I almost shed a tear when I saw them on the retiring list. But that's okay. We'll find new favorites, right? We always do. Okay, so we're going to make a really fun card today. So keep those comments coming. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Dee. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. And thank you so much for being here this morning. Hi, Jane. Okay, so let me flip the camera down. First of all, I should mention, you guys are probably, if you've watched before, you can probably notice how empty my craft room or my video room here is. I am moving in 2 weeks. Yes, well, 2 weeks today. 2 weeks today, we are moving to Saskatchewan from British Columbia. So big move coming our way. I'm slowly but surely getting ready. So next week will be my last week of live videos for probably about a month while we get settled and moved and all the things. So be sure to tune in. And if you've followed me for a while, you know that I quite often pair up with my friend Michelle Litwiller of Owl Star Stampers. We have something so super exciting planned for you guys for Friday next week. So be sure to watch all of our emails and social media because you're not going to want to miss this, okay? All right, so that's all I'm going to say for now. I don't want to spoil the fun. So join us next Friday. Okay, let me flip the camera down. Let's do some stamping. Thank you guys all for your well wishes for our move. I'm hoping everything is going to go super smoothly. Okay, so we are going to use 3 different ink colors today. We're going to use Balmy Blue, Fresh Freesia, and Pool Party. Okay, so those. We have somebody watching from Facebook who's who's making comments we don't need to see. So I've just removed them. Just ignore that. All right, so we've got those ink pads. We've got all these little bits and pieces here. Okay, so let's get started. I did write the measurements down for you guys too. So these will be on my blog post, but just in case you want them, if you can read my writing, I'll put them right there for you. Oh, you can't even see them all. I'll put them right here for you guys, just in case I forget to refer to the measurements, okay? So hopefully you can read that. I wasn't really planning to do that when I wrote them out. But anyway, we're going to start with a basic white thick cardstock piece that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we have another piece of thick basic white as well. This one is 3 by 8.5, and I've gone ahead and scored it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Okay, so the first thing that's going to get folded, so we can fold it in half on the 4 1/4. And here we have that. And then we're going to open it up, and we're going to fold this one back in on the 2 1/8 fold. Okay. Hi, Bev. Welcome. So then we have this mechanism, which is going to act for our easel. I'm going to put that off to the side. Okay, so let's look at all these fun pieces that we have here. I love this paper. What about you guys? Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? I just love it. So we have 2 pieces of fresh freesia. These are 1 1/8 by 4 1/8 each. And then we have 2 pieces of designer paper that are going to coordinate with those. And these ones are just 1 inch by 4 inch each. So let's go ahead while we have them up there and attach them together. So I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal and just glue those on. Now it's going to be a very small border, but I think it's going to look fabulous. Now I do want to say that, I even have it here, the card we're creating today, the inspiration came from a swap card I had received. And I had it pulled out to share with you guys. It was using the Perennial Lavender Suite. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely gorgeous. And I had it set aside to share with you guys, but I think I may have packed it because now I don't see it on my desk. So anyway, I want to thank whoever it was that sent me that swap card. And now maybe we'll see as it goes through, maybe it'll pop up here. Okay, so next I did mention we're using scallop contours. So these are the 2 that I cut out. This one is, do I even have them here with me? Do I have them? You guys, trying to craft in a room that is like 3/4 packed is so difficult. But anyway, so I don't even have them close by. Oh my goodness. But anyway, these are the scallop contours that we are going to use, both cut out of fresh freesia. And then we have another piece of that Lighter Than Air Designer Series paper. And this one measures 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. We have, oh, one more little tiny piece here. We don't want to miss this guy. I'm actually going to use the blue side on this one. So this one is 1 7/8 by 5/8. Okay, so we have that. Good morning. I see somebody else has joined us from Facebook. Facebook is giving us a glitch today, and it's not showing me who's watching. But I do see your comment. So hello, good morning. Okay, one more piece of basic white, and this one is not on my sheet, so I'm going to have to measure this. Okay, so this one is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, then we've just got some die cuts. We'll go over those in just a minute. So first things first, this one, we're not doing anything. Oh, yes, we are. First things first. We're going to grab some Balmy Blue ink. Jody says pretty colors. Yes, they are so pretty. They're nice and soft. I really like them. Perfect for spring. So we got Happy Birthday here. And we're going to stamp Happy Birthday in the top right corner of our, oh, good thing there's 2 sides of, well, let's try one more time. There is 2 sides to every piece of paper. I always say that. But let's see if we can line this up. Sometimes I can, sometimes not. Oh, not too bad. Look at that. Okay, so when I originally stamped, the part of the happy didn't stamp off. So the trick to lining it up that I find is do not try and re-ink your stamp. Just use it because the ink will still be on where it didn't hit. And so then you can often just recorrect it. However, if we hadn't been able to do that, we could have just flipped it over and stamped on the back. Okay, so this piece now can get attached to our Balmy Blue. Oh, of course I ran out of. Okay, let's see. I've got one more here handy. And if this runs out, we're switching to Tombow because I don't have any more of these pulled out. Okay, so we're going to try and line this up evenly. There we go. Okay, so we have that attached on there. We have those two attached. We can pull in our large scallop contours die, and then we're going to take in the larger piece of the designer series paper, and we're going to attach that on to the center in between those beautiful stitched lines that we can see. I don't know why my camera is only showing the very small portion of my glass mat this morning. Okay, we're going to get that attached in there. Hi, Michelle from Michigan, welcome. Okay, so we have all those pieces attached. We have those measurements there if you guys want to see them. So let me just pull these out. So we've got those attached, we've got that attached. Then we're going to take this small little piece of designer paper there. We're going to attach it because I want the blue side to show. Okay, and we're going to put that right in the center of this pretty contour here, scallop contour. Okay, there we have that. So we can put that over here in our collection of things we've put together already. So I'm going to remove these dimensions. They will be on my blog post later, so don't worry, you'll be able to get them again. Okay, so I have gone ahead and pre-cut out the Darling Details dies that are going to coordinate with the florals and leaves that we're going to use. So here are the Darling Details dies, where I've cut out 2 of this one here and 2 of these leaves. And then I've also cut out in Balmy Blue right here, this beautiful sprig of flowers. So then we're going to stamp on top of those. And because they're photopolymer, it makes it super easy to do this. So we're going to just take our flowers and put them on here. And put the leaves here as well. Now the important part is that you make sure they're going the right direction. And then we'll grab, let's start with the leaves. So we'll start with Pool Party. We're going to stamp our leaves in Pool Party. Lots of colors could be drawn from this pretty designer paper, but I've chosen to be used Pool Party for the leaves. So we're going to ink up. Let me show you what we're going to use. So we've got 2-step stamping. So we're going to use these 2 for the leaves and these 2 for the florals. So starting with the outline, I find is the easiest. We can just line that up. And notice my ink was full strength. I didn't tap it off anywhere. I just stamped right on there. And then we'll do the same over here. Okay. And then I do need to find myself a scrap piece of paper. Let me just grab a sheet of grid paper here, and I'll just quickly fold it in half so it doesn't take up the whole screen here. Okay, so then we'll grab our solid leaf stamp. We're going to ink that up in Pool Party. I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to stamp it onto the leaves. Okay, and the reason I put it on the silicone craft sheet is because it holds the paper in place so it's not sliding like it would on the glass mat. And also it helps to pop the paper, so the white on the dark background makes it easy to line up your stamp. So then I will ink that one off and come in here one more time and we'll stamp the second set of leaves. There we go. Okay, so we'll stick those 2 off to the side, and then we'll switch to the flowers. And of course, we're going to use fresh freesia for the flowers. Okay, so I'm going to pull this in. This is just, my desk is feeling very small today. So let's start again, same thing. We're going to start with the outline of the floral with our fresh freesia. Get that lined up on the white. Now you could also stamp these and then die cut them. It's whatever your preference is. Hello, Alexina, welcome. Whatever your preference is. I just find when I'm doing a video especially, this works super easy because I'm not having to rock the desk with my stamp cut and emboss machine. So leave me a comment. What do you guys like? Do you prefer to cut and then stamp or stamp and then cut? So notice I did the stamp off again here. And then I'll stamp it on there. Aren't those pretty? Good morning. My mom is watching with us this morning. Good morning, Mom. Okay, so we're going to stamp this one on there. Okay, so now we have these beautiful flowers. Aren't they pretty? I love the look of that stamped off image. So we can go ahead and move those off to the side, and now we'll assemble all these pieces together to make a beautiful birthday card. So I am actually going to pull my Tombow glue. So what I want to do first is take my 2 strips that we layered together, the Fresh Freesia and the Designer Series paper, and then we will glue those into each side of the, remember this is the back of our card base. This one was 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we're gonna just put this in here. We want an even border on the side and the top and bottom. Okay, we'll do the same over here. Just love this paper. It's like so perfect for Easter weekend, don't you think? It reminds me of like Easter eggs. Okay, so there's that. Now we're gonna put this on the inside as well. But before we do that, we're gonna stamp friend. So the front says happy birthday. And I want to stamp on the inside. I'm gonna use balmy blue to match our sentiment on the outside. And we're gonna ink up the word friend and just kind of put it in this. Oh, I missed some of it, didn't get inked. Oh my goodness, I'm doing it again. Okay, this time I had to re-ink it because there actually wasn't ink on that stamp. So we're gonna have to try this. I don't know, you guys. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, I have a plan. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not as dark as I would like, this part of the F. But had it not worked, well, actually, let's do it anyway. So there's never, like, it's just paper, right? That's what I always say. It's only paper. So we can just flip it on over and refold it, rebone fold it. And then we can start afresh because I don't like that that F didn't work. So there we go. There's an improvise on the fly on how to fix it if you make a mistake. So let's get this nice and inked up this time. And then we're going to stamp it in there. And now I'm much happier because it looks much better stamped. Okay, carry on. We're going to now take some designer series paper. We're going to take some glue and we're going to attach that on the back. Okay. And then we'll line it up so that the bottom here is going to line up with the bottom of the card, and we're going to center it between those pieces that we glued previously. Okay, let me just see if I can get that centered. There we go. Looks centered. Okay, and then we'll just push that down, get it nice and glued on. Okay, now I'm going to grab my dimensionals because you guys know how much I love my dimensionals. We need lots of layers and lots of bumpets. Okay, so that is that. Now we're going to take our beautifully layered scallop contour. We're going to add some dimensionals to the back of our balmy blue. Okay, now if you're making this yourself and you want to put it in the mail and you want to make sure that you're not going to have to pay extra postage, maybe leave this layer of dimensionals out because I don't know, it might not fit through their little mail slot here at Canada Post. Okay, look at everybody else who's joining us. Hello, everybody, welcome. Okay, so here is our happy birthday stamped. We're going to center this onto our designer series paper like that. Okay, then what we're going to do is put our flowers on. So I'm going to start with the flowers. And again, I'm going to grab some more dimensionals and stick 2 in the center of each flower. And then what I'm going to do is kind of center one up here, close to happy birthday. And then we will grab another flower, same thing, 2 kind of in the center. Okay. Yes, everybody's lots of comments on this designer series paper. It is absolutely beautiful. It's so fun. So if you're loving it and you don't already have some in your collection, then I suggest you get it ordered soon because it is on our retiring list. So I'm not sure how long it will last. It's so pretty. Okay, now we have our leaves. So let's go ahead and put some Tombow glue here. Okay, just a little bit in the center is all we need. And then I'm just going to slide it under these flowers so it's kind of tucked under and glue it down. And then for this one, actually, what we're going to do is I only want 2 leaves. So I'm just going to go ahead and chop that one off. Okay. Now you could use that somewhere else if you wanted. So just put a little bit more on the back of that one, and then we're going to stick this in here. Kind of like that. Isn't that pretty? What do you guys think? I love how that looks. Now it's going to get even better when we add it to the inside of or to the front of our card. So here is our folded mechanism for our easel card. So I'm going to take my Tombow glue. Now I do suggest a Tombow glue because it gives us that wiggle room that we like in case we don't get it placed just right. Okay, so put it just on this bottom piece. That's important. Don't put it up here. And then close that down and center your beautiful little centerpiece here over top. Get it centered. See that wiggle room so we can move it down a bit if we need to. Perfect. Okay, now we're just going to make sure that sticks down. Okay, so now here's our easel, right? So there's the easel. Now let's go ahead and take this piece here. Okay, remember we did this one. We're going to take that and we're going to put 2 more dimensionals. Told you guys I love my dimensionals. Now this one, you cannot skip the dimensionals on this piece if you're remaking this, okay? And I'll show you why. This one does need to have the dimensionals. So you're going to open up your card, okay? And we're going to situate this centered somewhere down here near the bottom. Doesn't have to be right at the bottom, but somewhere in there. Okay, now the reason for that is this is now what holds our card upright. See? So that has to be on dimensional so that it can catch this paper. Okay, but some of these other dimensionals I used, you could skip. Okay, so we have this pretty blue floral that I cut out. And you can just cut that out with the Darling Details dies. Okay, just going to put a little teeny strip of glue there. And just to add a little bit of fun and prettiness to the inside, we're just going to stick that down there. Okay, now that is the essence of our card. However, we don't have any bling, so we need to add some bling on there. So everything I've shown you today, the designer series paper, the bundle, the scallop contours, all of those are retiring. But the gems that I'm going to use, you guys, these ones are not retiring. So I was so happy to see that both sets of tinsel gems stayed in the new catalog. So that's great. And these ones coordinate beautifully with this paper. So we're going to use the Fresh Freesia. And if I can find my take a pick tool, here it is. Okay, so we're going to use these. And there's 2 different sizes. There's large ones and small ones. I am going to, again, this is going to add to the dilemma of putting it in the mail because now we have the extra gems too, but it's okay. It's worth it. That's what I'm telling myself. It's worth it. And it may still fit through. I haven't tested it. So I've just added 2 down here in the corner and then 1 little guy up here to add our 3 embellishments. And that is our finished card. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that this Darling Details is one that you will want to add to your collection. But of course, if you don't have this and you're not inclined to purchase it, then you can just use another stamp set that you have. As I mentioned, the one I received was using the lavender. And I'm just trying real quick to have a quick boo to see if I can find it. Oh. Give me 1 second. I want to show you guys this beautiful card I received. I think I may have packed it. It looks like it has been packed. Oh, yeah. I have things everywhere. So I'm terribly sorry that I can't share with you guys that beautiful perennial lavender set. But she had done the exact same design, only she'd used the perennial lavender paper and lavender stamps here, and a pretty little sentiment. So you can get the idea, right? This is going to be a super fun way to create cards using any kind of stamp you can think of. So if you are inclined to order, I do have a current host code for the month of March, so it's just got a few more days left. There it is there on the screen. You can shop with me by going to my website, createwithbirdsnest.ca/shop. And it'll take you right to my online store here in Canada. And that's the host code. So I am planning to be live Monday morning for a Make It Monday video tutorial with you guys. And then, as I mentioned, Michelle and I have something super fun you're not going to want to miss planned for Friday evening. So it will be, I believe we agreed on 5 p.m. Pacific time, which will be 8 p.m. for her. So you'll want to catch those. We're going to have something really fun for you guys. So until then, until Monday, have a fabulous Easter. I hope that you are filled with lots of blessings and family time, maybe some time for crafting too. And I will see you guys all back here on Monday. Thank you all for all your love, your thumbs up, and for being here, spending your morning with me. It truly means a lot. So I will talk to you guys all Monday morning. Have a wonderful weekend.